Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 65-inch TVs.
Starting at number 5.
Hisense U6K. With all the talk around great budget models, you must be wondering what's the absolute cheapest 65-inch TV we'd recommend. The answer is the Hisense U6K. It's a mini LED TV that you can get for right around $500. It beats any model from Insignia or on, and while there are some TCL TVs that come close, the U6K beats them in most performance metrics. Speaking of, in our lab tests the Hisense U6K was able to cover around 81% of the Rec 2020 color space, which is unbelievable given the price tag, and had a fairly low input lag of 10.2 milliseconds. Its overall brightness and color accuracy were worse than the other models on this list, but there's still a lot to love about a TV that performs at this level for around $500.
Coming at number 4.
Samsung QN90C Neo QLED TV. There's a few TVs that could occupy the fourth spot on this list. The Sony X90L certainly comes to mind as one possibility. But the Samsung QN90C is simply too good to ignore. Some motion processing issues aside, this is the best Samsung QLED TV. At around $1,600 for the 65-inch model, it's not the most affordable option out there, which is why we try to steer readers towards the QM8 or Hisense U8K, nor is Tizen our favorite smart platform compared to Google TV, but the QN90C does deliver some incredible perks for the price. The biggest and most important of these upgrades are the 4 full-spec HDMI 2.1 ports for 4K/120Hz gaming and its excellent off-axis color saturation. It has similar test results to the other QLED TVs on the list, but these extra additions definitely help set it apart from the bunch.
At number 3.
TCL QM8 Mini LED TV. If you do a lot of digging around other sites, you'll see them recommending the TCL QM8 as the best 65-inch TV. And while we agree that it's one of the top TVs, the U8K has a few more advantages going for it, including the ATSC 3.0 tuner, better sound quality and more consistent picture quality. That's not to say the QM8 is a bad TV, because at this price point it's a steal, it's just up against some tough competition. So why is it number 3 on the list? In our tests, the QM8 delivered incredible results. In 5%, 10% and even 25% window sizes the QM8 could hit over 2000 nits of peak brightness. It can cover around 80% of the Rec 2020 color space. And it comes with 2 HDMI 2.1 ports for 4K/120Hz gameplay. It's a very similar TV to the Hisense U8K in pretty much every metric, even the not-so-good ones. Like the U8K, the QM8 had an out-the-box Delta E score of 4.4614, which means you'll have to do some tweaking.
Number 2 of my list.
Samsung S95C OLED. The 65-inch Samsung S95C elevates OLED technology to a new level. You know you're going to get the best black levels. You know it's going to give you the best contrast. You know it's going to offer some of the best color saturation and color accuracy out of the box. But now you can add better brightness to the list as well. The Samsung S95C OLED is a new breed of QD-OLED TVs, a combination of quantum and OLED that take the best of both worlds. In our lab tests, the S95C was able to reproduce about 141.5% of the Rec 709 color space in standard mode. That's not quite as impressive as the Hisense's 80% of Rec 2020, but still exceptional. In terms of color accuracy, the S95C is almost dead on with a Delta E accuracy score of 1.4, with closer to 0 being best, in filmmaker mode. At the 65-inch screen size, the S95C is a really exceptional TV with a lot of great features and strong performance, and was one of the top-scoring TVs of 2023.
And number 1.
Hisense U8K UL TV. The Hisense U8K holds the top spot on a number of our lists, including the best TVs overall, for good reason. It's a mini LED TV with incredible contrast and peak brightness, plus it delivers wide color gamut, the highest of any TV outside of the Sony A95L OLED down below, for under $900 after some recent discounts. In terms of specs, the U8K is rocking two HDMI 2.1 ports that support 4K/144Hz gameplay and two more HDMI 2.0 ports that will work for streaming devices like the Apple TV 4K or a 4K Blu-ray player, as well as support for Dolby Vision IQ that will automatically adjust the picture when it detects changes in ambient brightness. It also comes with an ATSC 3.0 tuner for next-gen TV support. In our lab testing, the Hisense U8K crushed pretty much every single metric. For color saturation, the U8K covered groundbreaking 80% of the Rec 2020 color space, and reached a peak brightness of over 2000 nits. It had slightly higher input lag than we'd like to see, 13.2 milliseconds, but it was still very much under the 20 milliseconds needed for smooth gameplay. Finally, its color accuracy out of the box wasn't the best of any TV, but that's fixable with a few tweaks.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.